It is it's your boy Sam back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the March Madness content that I do think is going to be coming sometime this week in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. And the reason I think that is because if we go back to past years, past 2Ks, we started the Bracket Busters stuff. Obviously, got the Bracket Busters packs. Year before that, we got Bracket Busters, kind of a drop within that. And then some pink diamonds for spotlights. So, historically speaking, 2K-wise, we've seen some free grinds as well as a pack drop specifically to March Madness. So, is that something I'm personally excited about? Yes. I think March Madness is just a fun time if you're a basketball fan. To me, it's probably my favorite time of the entire year just for, there's a lot going on. Obviously, the NBA games are still happening. You've got March Madness from 10 o'clock to 10 p.m. You've got the best of the best, okay? I mean, I've got 4 TVs set up, and it's just the best thing you could have. Now, with that being said, 2K needs to give us some sort of March Madness content. So this is a design, shout out by Doodle right here. And here's what he came up with as a 100 overall wilt. Then obviously the Galaxy Opal was a special inserts, and then the pink diamonds. This would probably be a pack type of drop. Maybe we'll see some of these things, like half of this in a pack, and then half of it as far as a grind. Obviously, some of these things we've already seen. Danny Manning, James Worthy. We've seen, I think, David Thompson even recently. So we've seen some of these cards. But imagine, if we got, an Adam Morrison. An Adam Morrison card. That would be fire. An Adam Morrison, March Madness card. Hansborough, we often see. Doug McDermott, Jimmer. A lot of these cards, throughout the history of these Bracket Busters drops, we have seen, even if you go to last year, Christian Laettner, Tyler Hansborough, Cardiac, Kemba Walker, Jimmer Fredette. These are the types of cards we normally do see 2K drop. Hansborough, we did see Danny Ferry a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, Steph, you guys can see Kareem as well. So, I mean, there are a variety of things 2K can do. I just hope we see some sort of spotlights. Again, for the past 2 years, we have seen some sort of free grinds with this. Now, maybe what 2K does is in this upcoming week, the rush content is related to March Madness. So maybe it's like a March Madness rush drop, and then on the Friday, we get basically the same type of drop. It is just a March Madness type of drop. That could totally be what does happen to me, and kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of the way I'm leaning. What I would like, and this is just me, what I personally would like 2K to do is have a whole week or just kind of whole rest of the season. We've got 3 weeks left of the season related to March Madness. So if we go back to 2K23, let me change this search right here, 2K23, and we go to the entire month of March, we had these Bracket Busters things in which they basically were an option pack. And then at the end of it, guys, you got, what was it? James Worthy at the end of it, something like that. Or Glenn Rice, that's who it was at the end of it, is who you got. Which I personally was a big fan of. Every single day you'd log on the game, you'd get basically a free card, and you'd be able to pick who you want. That was pretty good for this specific time. Again, the year before that, when it came down to March Madness, we had these basically spotlight grinds that I personally did like as well. It was just a way better time in my team, though, and that's something that I'm not super optimistic about. What I would like is a spotlight grind for 100 overall. I mean, if you want me to be completely honest with you, I would love a spotlight grind for 100 overall that's relating to March Madness. That's what I would like. It could be a long spotlight grind in which, yes, you have to get 5 pink diamonds, and then 5 pink diamonds work for a domination or for a Galaxy Opal, and then you have to get 6 Galaxy Opals, 1 per division, to lock in for 100 overall. It could literally be a 25-hour grind. I do not care, but the days of just having to gamble for all these 100 overall cards is crazy. Or even a set that 2K drops on Friday that isn't all hidden behind gambling. I would personally like. And I know I'm just asking for too much, especially with what 2K has shown, especially with what 2K has given us. But again, what I'm expecting is for the rush drop to be, March Madness related, and then for the Friday to obviously be just packs. And again, if we look at the MyTEAM playbook, which I'm just going to pull up on my phone right now to talk about what 2K said is what's upcoming, because they always will say what is upcoming in the next week of MyTEAM. Here's what 2K says, okay? Tuesday, new rush agendas. Thursday, a new MyTEAM Playbook update, and Friday, a single player rewards update with a new Galaxy Opal. So 2K really does not say anything about March Madness content coming, and so that's really why I'm personally thinking, you know what, Tuesday's gonna be a rush set related to March Madness, with then the Friday being the March Madness drop. We'll see. Again, I don't know. It's hard to really tell with 2K. They've just been doing kind of their own thing and not really listening to what we want as a community. But it would just feel really weird if they just ignored, you know, March Madness as a whole. Ignored like the bracket busters, spotlights that we saw last year, the year before that, the bracket busters. Like, we've seen bracket busters 2 years in a row. So now all of a sudden they just want to completely go away with it. I don't think they're going to do that. I do expect to see like a Bracket Busters rush set, followed by on Friday a Bracket Busters kind of content drop. Now, again, if we do see 100 overall, it's probably going to be behind gambling. All the Galaxy Opal was there, probably behind gambling, which just stinks. Like, imagine a Galaxy Opal Adam Morrison gets released, and he's all behind gambling. That stinks for us as a community. I just hate that. So hopefully, again, 2K eventually can change the way they do content. Otherwise, it's just going to drive more and more people away from the game. It's just the way it is. Even like if you look at this Bracket Busters set that we saw last year, if I can find the exact right one here. If we look at this Bracket Busters set, I mean, sure, you had to pack some of these cards, but you could go and buy these cards. And that's what I like. The year before in 2K22, sure, again, we had the free cards, but even with this, like the Kareem, you literally could go buy. So that's just the problem I'm seeing with this is, again, you can't buy a lot of these cards. You have to absolutely gamble for them. And again, I'm just not a fan of that. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this whole March Madness thing in 2K. I just think it's weird that they haven't said anything specifically about it. Like even in the blog, right? Announced like March Madness is coming. Here's what to stay tuned for next week. Bracket Busters rush agenda. Then on Friday, Bracket Busters whatever packs. Like whatever they want to say. But again, there's been no announcement of it. Nothing new. And even with like the LeBron domination, they hinted at something new coming to the game. And so that's why I'm like, I don't really know what's upcoming. Who would I like to see? I'd like to, obviously, as an Iowa fan, see like Luka Garza. Obviously, I know they've been out early in the tournament, or like a Keegan Murray, but guys that have been absolute studs, absolute stars in college, get good cards as an Iowa fan. And again, they're like even like a Jimmer. If we do not get a Jimmer for that card this year, I just feel like it's leaving something on the table from 2K's perspective. Even like a Frank the Tank Kaminsky, a Tyus Jones. These types of cards would be fun to use in my team. But again, we'll have to just see what 2K does decide to do. That's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.